Hello, welcome to Hope Ready. I'm your host, Dr. Ellen. Testing continues here on campus, both wastewater and at the testing center. It felt like a good time to have some reminders about what's going on in regards to testing. So joining me today is Scott Travis, who's the Executive Director of Alumni Engagement, and his side gig is overseeing all the testing on campus. Thanks for joining me, Scott. Okay, I have a couple questions. First question is, what is one thing that we've learned this semester about testing that would help our campus out?
Great, thanks, Ellen. We really learned that mitigation works when we're able to combine different approaches. So, for example, practicing all the safeguards, combined with asymptomatic surveillance, which we'll talk about in a little bit, combined with diligent symptom reporting, and then doing follow-up testing based on those things. So it's really this combination of factors that if we get those all right, we can do a good job of reducing spread of COVID on our campus. And I'll mention symptom reporting, for example. It's an opportunity to talk today about stressing how important that is for students to report symptoms, even mild ones, and then to schedule a follow-up test. About half of our cases so far this semester have come out of that symptomatic reporting. And you can do it really easy. It's just hope.edu/health screen, complete your health screen, report symptoms, and then get in touch with the health center to schedule a follow-up appointment. And it's important. As a community, we're working together to look after each other, and being honest about symptoms is another way that you can help support everyone and actually including your own health as well.
That's great. So if you're feeling like you've got the sniffles or something going on, you should report. Great. Next question. What can students expect who live in the wastewater tested zones?
Sure. As many of your faithful viewers have probably noticed, we are following up on wastewater testing already this semester. So just as a reminder, we're monitoring 9 different zones every weekday. And then we use that information to do targeted individual follow-up testing. That way, we don't have to have everybody test every week. We can focus in where we know there's presence of the virus detected in that wastewater. So far this semester, we've done that 10 times, and we've already identified 13 asymptomatic cases that way. 3 of the zones have already been asked to test twice, and 1 lucky zone have already this semester been asked to test 3 times because of that follow-up. So when we combine that then with contact tracing and isolation and quarantine, that becomes this kind of early detection tool to help limit the spread even before cases turn symptomatic. So oftentimes we're able to find cases before anyone would even know that they were positive because of this. As far as what it means for students, which was your original question, students should expect for this to continue throughout the semester. This kind of flow of the week is we do notifications in the morning. And then students have either same day options or oftentimes the next day to schedule a follow-up individual test. We know it's not fun, but it's important, and it's a great opportunity to say thank you to our students. Overall, they're doing a great job in being responsive and doing their part to keep us safe.
And they get notified via email, is that correct?
Yep, they get an email from testcenter@hope.edu. Yep.
Great. Is there anything students should know if they do not live in the wastewater tested zones?
Yeah, there's about 1,000 students that either live off campus and are taking classes on campus, or they live in Hope housing, but it happens to just not fall into one of those zones. We are pulling a random sample every week from that group. So they're also testing. It's just based a little differently than the wastewater follow-up. And so they should be prepared to test as well. And would receive a notification in similar fashion to come over to the test center.
Great. These have been helpful reminders and some good information. Students, if you have symptoms, you need to report them. And if you get that email saying to get a test, get that test. And if we all do that, we will remain hope ready.